Started to lever, they're dispatched from the 2,200 meter marker. Along the inside is Divine Odyssey. On the outside, Crowd Pleaser, Subtropical, One Man Shows in the pink. And then along the inside, Impact Zone. Further back in the field is Ovation Award, and then comes Cat's Legacy, and Dark Moon Rising's one of the trailers, and that's racing about 6-7 lengths off the leader at this stage. Crowd Pleaser is allowed to control, leads it by 2. Subtropical second, One Man Shows third, then Impact Zone, Ovation Award. Further back in the field there is Divine Odyssey with the red cap. Dark Moon Rising and Cat's Legacy, the last two, about 6 lengths top to tail. Crowd Pleaser, 62 kilos, continues to lead it, and by a length. One Man Show is back in second. Subtropical's at the rail third. Then Ovation Award, and further back Impact Zone on the inside. Divine Odyssey's got the red cap on the outer. And the last two, Cat's Legacy and Dark Moon Rising, they're certainly breaking no speed records. And it's still Crowd Pleaser. He's allowed to control despite that 62. One Man Show second, then Subtropical. Impact Zone's on the inside. The outside, Ovation Award, then Divine Odyssey, and on the inside, Cat's Legacy. And still in the back seat is the favourite, Dark Moon Rising. And it's about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. Crowd Pleaser by a length. One Man Show, Subtropical, Ovation Awards on the outside of Impact Zone. Then Divine Odyssey, Cat's Legacy, and Dark Moon Rising starts to warm up towards the outside. Top of the lane, 500 metres to go, and Crowd Pleaser's the leader. One Man Show, Subtropical, and on the outside, Ovation Award. Dark Moon Rising and Divine Odyssey trying to get into the race as they come to the 200 though. And Ovation Award is at the front. And it's Ovation Award who's gone clear. Divine Odyssey tries to close it down, but Ovation Award's going, they won't get it. And Ovation Award has won it. Second is close, maybe Divine Odyssey, and then comes Cat's Legacy. Number 7, Ovation Award. Ovation Award at 5 rand. There's the stage light. Gareth Van Zyl, Warren Kennedy. Win number 3 from 7. And steps up to the 2200 and wins it well. So it's 3 now from 7. Number 4, if we just go back to the red laser, please. That is the winning line, not the yellow post. Let's see if we can tell. Yeah, Divine Odyssey, although its head is just in the picture, is second. Subtropical runs into third, and fourth is number 2, the toad favourite, Dark Moon Rising, then Impact Zone. So there's certainly going to be no race record here because they absolutely crawled, but Crowd Pleaser continues to go, and all of a sudden Ovation Award just explodes into action. Divine Odyssey's on the outside, and then Dark Moon Rising. That's the 4th. Until the 5th, back to the studio.
Well, Ovation Award, the 3-year-old, showing that he's a horse on the up, taking on some hard-knocking older horses as the rain comes down. Garrett, full marks to you because you've got this horse in a really good place at the moment.
Dees, thanks so much. I must be honest, when you got a horse like this, they make you look good.
Coming into this race, I mentioned the weight turnaround with a horse like Subtropical as the best cameraman on course, does his job beautifully. Zane, champion, my man. Absolute champion. Okay, coming back to that weight turnaround with a horse like Subtropical, was so badly off on that run. I thought he'd have work to do, but he's proved me wrong.
Dees, I did a bit of the maths, and not only with Subtropical, but most of the field he was out at the weights. I threw him in the deep end, yeah, because if you want to consider other races, you can rather learn at home than pay a lot of money to travel and be disappointed. So, to Dr. Ian Senna, who bred this Oldland Stud Farm, Stage Light, Indigo, Magic Mare, it's just a through-and-through product of their breeding, and as unfashionable as the pedigree was, this horse was offered at sale. I think Dr. Senna bought him back for about 30,000 rand, something like that. It just goes to show when you do the breeding properly, mate horses correctly, things come together. Big well done to them. To have Graham partner as a part of this horse as well is just fantastic. Graham supported me in a big way, and for Graham, VJ, for them and their family to be involved is delightful. I'm just so chuffed. And to Warren, I've got to say, he's getting the best out of the horse. He's riding him really well. And I must give a word out too. I haven't mentioned, I've had quite a few winners lately, but to Wonderwater also. I'm not a scientist, I don't know the science behind the water, but I spoke to Mr. Goosen, and it works for me and it works for my horses, and it's a great product.
The distance today, he seemed to relish it. We're going to chat more to Warren, but nice to see that as well, just giving you more options on where to place him next.
That's it, Deez. This race was about learning, about seeing what options we have, and 1 in 100 do they pass like this, so I'm just over the moon.
Well, you've done an outstanding job here, Garrett. Anything else left?
I got 2 in the next. I think Ideal Winter can run into the money. Red Owl's got a lightweight, and I hope for her to put up a strong showing. But again, as this horse was, they're not in the right race, as to say, but they're well and trying.
All the best to this horse, and give our best to Dr. Senna, Mr. Palmer and his family as well, and of course to yourself, Garrett. Well done.
Thank you, Deez.
Nice one, Garrett van Zyl. Now this man doesn't need the umbrella, so he can stay out of it. He's used to this type of weather. You guys ride work in the morning in this type of weather all the time, don't you?
Yeah, it is all the time. When it does rain, we're there to ride work. We're there to work the horses. We don't get a day off. Trainers don't get a day off. Horses don't get a day off. So we're always there.
When you come into this type of weather, Mark briefly touched on it. Does it affect some horses more than others? Just the weather part of it. I'm not talking about the going.
For me, I don't really think that. I think a lot of them walk through it and work through it at work, so they are used to it. So I don't think it really plays a major role. One out of every so often you'll get a horse that doesn't really appreciate it, doesn't like getting water on his head and things like that. But
once an umbrella.
Yeah, once an umbrella. But we got those little hoodies for that, so they can get those. But yeah, that doesn't really make a major effect for me.
Coming to the home straight, watching the race with a few of the guys, and you were traveling so sweetly.
Yeah, like I was saying to Gareth, too sweetly. We were testing the trip up for the first time, and he was doing it a little bit hard with me. He didn't really switch off throughout the race. So question marks whether he'll get the trip or not. He gets it easily. So nice going forward. I was traveling really well. I had postage jump my back, 50.5 kilos. They didn't look like they were making up much ground in the previous races. So I had him in a striking position, and I knew Dark Moon Rising was going to be behind somewhere trying to make up the ground. And with 50, if I could get a break, very hard to pen back a horse with that lightweight, and a horse that ran to the line as well, very difficult to collar back.
Well, I hear you that you are carrying a lightweight, but if you want to go purely on his merit rating, he did have a bit of work to do.
Yes, I was said to go before the race. If he runs third, we'll be over the moon. Realistically, the class of field he bumped today was much, much stronger than last time. He won well last time, but he didn't win as an exceptional horse will. But he's progressive. He's getting better and better. The guys obviously gave him a bit of a knock for his last win. So we came into this race, I thought, hey, against this type of horses, these old campaigners that can really run the trip to the line, he might find difficult. If we can run a place, we're onto a decent little horse, but he's proved me wrong. He's just gone above expectation today, and he won really well. So I think bright future for him.
Well, you've said it all there now. Let's talk about a few rides that you got left. We've got a few races left. Anything else we can follow Warren Kennedy on?
I'm competitive basically throughout. I've got Raised Down a Jet. Unfortunately, she's a small filly and comes from the back, and I've just basically cancelled her chances out now, saying that they're battling to make it up. But she's very, very game. She runs on really strong all her races, so she's definitely in with a little bit of a shout. That is tough. I think, is it Being Fabulous that's in the race?
Sure.
She looks very hard to beat. I've ridden her, I've raced her. She's running.
You actually rode in her last time out?
Yeah, I rode her the last two. So she's running against very much stronger than she's facing today. So to beat her will be a very, very stiff task. And I've got Just Vogue. Pity she's poorly drawn in the last race, but she's definitely a competitive filly. She tries her best, and she's got to be with a shout as well.
If you were riding Being Fabulous, would you be concerned about the going?
No, not really, I think she'd get the 18, no problem. She leads. I don't see too much there taking her on. She could have it all her own way, and she's a galloper, and she doesn't lay down. So it all should be in her favour today.
Thanks for that, Warren. Always a pleasure chatting to you. And before you leave us, are you happy with the first half of the season, the way things have been going for you?
Yeah, it is going really well. You know, I am harboring an injury at the moment, so it's not.
What injury?
I've got a crack and a bone in my foot.
After you fell
After
there?
Sunday, yes, yeah.
You stood down?
Yeah, it worked out that
Anton took one of your winners.
Yeah. That hurts more than the foot. But no, look, we're all mates in the jock room, and I couldn't fulfill my engagement, so we had to find a good replacement, and Anton thankfully took the ride, and she got up. She took a bit of a ride, so very nice that he was on it. But yeah, it's gone very well, Dees. It's going really well. I can't complain, so onward and upward.
Well, always a pleasure chatting to you, Warren. All the best for the rest of it.
Cheers, thanks, Dees.
Nice interview there with Warren Kennedy, and he's got a lot to say, this young man. Well, he's riding so well, is our good friend Warren Kennedy, and here he's ridden Ovation Award for young Garrett van Zyl to victory. And he mentioned, well, who knows, being fabulous, he knows the horse, but he's got a ride in the race called Race Dynajet, but he still thinks being fabulous could be hard to beat in the next.